Okay, we are back, and so we're back. Is it live? Hey, it's showing live. All right, we're back. Okay, so we are picking up where we left off. Now, we left off with dealing with this guy, and he joined us. And I replaced him with my other psyker because I figured having 4 psychers in the team would be a little overkill. But now we've got 2 warriors instead.
What is it, rogue trader?
The other thing becomes is, do I want to take his force sword from him and give it to myself? And just give him like the soul pattern chain sword. Prerequisites to using a force sword is you can't have any of these. Sound weird. So here, let's take that. You can have this chain sword, and then we can take that. And it's still 7 to 11, so I guess its damage is just straight up lesser than the Veil Render. But its armor penetration is better. I should have where is it? Dual weapon combat. His hand's good. Physical distortion is good. Although, I've yet to really find an enemy that lasts for multiple turns, to be honest, to make this even worthwhile. We did grab the Sparks of the Greater Flame, so now this toxic damage actually has a chance to crit. So that's something. And well, I think we're good in that regards. Temporary wounds equal to their own resolve. Huh. That's handy. So that's what this is. Okay. Again, handy. Alright, so, anyway. We need to... Nope. Right, way. Is there a way for us to return to our ship real quick, or... Oh. No, I wasn't even aware that was a thing. Yeah, both of these can go to the inventory. or to cargo. Because what I'd like to do is change up my group. So we're gonna ignore you guys and go back to the wood ship. There we go. And then we'll basically just come right back in. Since I have yet to find a way to really redo my character. Okay, so instead of Abelard, we're gonna have a Deary come with us. In that way, we'll maintain a 3 ranged and 3 melees. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Quick switch around. Oh, we have to open the gate again. Who locked it behind us? Rather rude of them. Okay, so I definitely need to grab the upgrade Blade of Light as soon as I can. Now that I'm running 2 force swords, essentially. If I'd known I would be getting them so quickly, I probably would have picked up the Blade of Light previously.
Is there money to be made?
So we went into here. That's where we found him. Was there anything else in here? Yes, there was. It's kind of hard to see with their wall system. There we go. Fire stills, body's warm, only good. Blah, blah. What is this? Hard, uncomfortable. Somna meditation bed is equipped with neural ports to connect the sleeper to the monastery's cogitator network. Oh, now what do we got here? Haskell, if you would, please.
Operation successful.
Oh, well, there we go. And what do we got here? A charged staff. Ooh. Well, I just got a new toy. And what is this? Leather armor, which, yeah, don't care about that. Pretty much all of our medium armor is already superior with the flak vests and whatnot, so... Actually, you know, that is something I need to check on him. He's probably wearing medium armor. Grapple hook, components, yada yada yada. Okay, yeah. Collect. And then, where is that staff? Where'd it go? There you go. Oh, there it is down at the bottom. Alright, charge staff. Let's, sort by type. And then Abelard, or not Abelard, and he's got a Biomancer staff. Oh, nice. Comes with Siphon Life. Might steal that from him, too. Although, nah, I think it's fine for him to be running around. I'll keep the lightning. Okay, armor. What are you wearing for armor? Just straight up flak vest, huh? So, that piece of armor we just grabbed is superior. He can't wear heavy, medium armor. That's light armor. Let's take a look around for some of those flak vests, flak armor that we got. I think actually, where is my inventory? Can I look at my inventory? Void ship management? No. Cargo management. There we go. Cargo list. Where is all the armor? Hopefully we didn't trade off the good pieces of armor. Where is all the armor? Okay, that's a flak. Seneschals. That's armor glove. Sort by name. It should be right at the top. There we go. Alright, so the carapace now. Flak chest piece. Where is all? I might have traded all the flak. Chainmail. Dang it, I might have flak armor, there we go. Go ahead and take that. Here, you can have that. Any of these others? No, okay. Alright, and then back to character. Here you go. Have some flak armor. Superior to what you're wearing anyway. You're just wearing straight up leather armor, huh? Alright, this can go to cargo. The light flak armor. What else we got here? Las guns, fading glory, las pistols. He has no skill in bolters or flamers. He's literally using an auto pistol. Actually, I wonder if it wouldn't be better to give him this. His armor penetration would go down. Or would go up, but his damage would go down. Yeah, just as soon keep the chain sword on him. Although we could give him the silent verdict. Give him a two-handed weapon. So what is this? Where's lore Imperium tests upon the fellowship instead of intelligence? Oh, you know what? We can give him this and this. Sniper gloves, where deals 5 additional damage. Where it gains 5% chance on single shot and deadeye shots. Right, you're using the Tech Priest one. These are gloves, right? Sniper gloves. You good lady, you have a sniper weapon. So, there you go. Warmonger boots. Gain a 12% against wears melee. Oh, right. Here, you can wear that. The Warmonger boots, whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack, the attack does not spend all the wearer's MP. Sure, why not? He does have a AoE attack with that. Anything else? He's looking very chiseled and fine, isn't he? I think that's pretty much it. We got all these parchments of paper. Is there like anything we can do with them at this stage? Doesn't look like it. Glowing stone. Okay. So, anyway, anything else then? So that was the secret. Oh, okay, it's up here. I think. Ah, right there. Oh. That seems bad.
Let us not dawdle.
Just want to scoot a little bit closer just to kind of see. There's some goods back there, so let's go.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Your emperor won't save you.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Okay, so, ow. Oh, missed, so not out. Okay, you missed. Alright, so we're gonna have you back off.
Guided by faith.
We're basically gonna back everybody off and force these guys to come to us.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay, they're gonna come all run into us. They'll get electrocuted.
Death to the weak.
They're really
Out of
trying.
my way.
Oh, come on. See, that's why I don't want to stand up there either. Because they'll just continue to keep on trying. until they get lucky.
I know what is to come. Anything else? Farewell.
Well, that's right. I did give her that sniper rifle. I almost forgot about that. Okay. Well, either way. Yep. And then you're another melee. Okay. So, you can move here. You can see them.
Step
so,
aside. The navigator is coming.
Let's see here. We'll also give.
Do not dare ask.
Oh, odd line of fire.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Then yeah, just go ahead.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, now I will back off myself. Let's also swap your weapon. I move here. And I still. Yes, as a matter of
It's
fact.
as good as done. Your end was
Very
inevitable.
nice. Also, would give myself
Who if not me?
iron arms. Okay, and then as for you, good sir, you cannot see, can't even shoot him. So let's just go ahead and move you back here.
I need a foothold.
Okay, and then if you move here, can you see? No. How about if you move here? Here. Can't see any of them. Here. Then he probably, well, actually no, he might be out of line of fire. These guys there. Okay, let's do that.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Ah, miss. Okay. Okay, never mind, they can see him there. Okay.
Death to non-believers!
Okay, he couldn't, so he had to move, but again,
I serve the
Gonna have
ruinous
to-
powers!
back everybody off.
Martyrdom is a reward.
Okay, let's give some forewarnings. You know, let's give some forewarning to him.
Was that you? Or
Okay, and then just go ahead and sit back. Cultist is dead. Okay, and then that's definitely why we don't want to go out there. I wish there was an Overwatch option in the game. Just gonna back them all up because they have to come around that corner to be able to see us fully, so. Okay, and then you are going to just back off.
Exploiters know one route. Forward.
And then when they come around the corner, we can just blast them, or if they hit the...
Chaos guides me. Chaos guides me.
Hey Nox, you gonna rejoin me now that after I kicked you off so suddenly, huh? After I kicked you off so suddenly, how alright, so if we move you to here, you can see him, and might as well shoot him with your dead shoulder. 62% chance. Let's hope we get lucky. Okay. Alright, and then our navigator, who with the all-seeing eye, who seems to see everything.
If I may,
Go ahead and give voice of command to myself, and then
Me?
tap.
try to die with grace at least.
Very nice. She is just so powerful with that las gun, that long las. Okay. However, nice. You are laying on a. No, you're not. I'm laying on a bird. No. So don't blame me for your problems. All right. All right. So then there's nothing she can do. I don't think there's there's anything I'm gonna be particularly doing. I'm not gonna bother with healing. Might try ignite the next time I see an enemy. Especially since his veil degradation is pretty high. So let's see, all allies in a circle with a 5-star +1 resolve. Every additional stack of this effect increases the resolve bonus by 2. We're not going to give him anything until... Yeah. Servitor, you can go... Or Servitor. You can go ahead and sit here. This way, when they come around the corner, you can shoot them as well. Are they just going to basically do nothing? Okay, he's coming. Are they just gonna come one at a time? That would be hilarious. We're not gonna move you forward. You guys are basically just gonna keep on. Argentinian though. Argenta. Good
The
Lord.
enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
I'm gonna get somebody's name wrong.
Out of my
Okay,
way!
and then he's gonna stop there because he can shoot. But that means we can shoot back.
Will do.
But
Be gone!
yeah, she's doing well with that sniper now. Definitely, the sniper weapons are definitely the better weapon in my opinion for ranged characters. It's got that additional chance and the dodge reduction. Change up to 6 targets within a 6-cell radius, dealing 2 times Sacred Staff power level. Actually, that's a good question. What is the Sacred Staff power level? It says 15 damage, I'm assuming. Okay, and then you're going to just wait. Okay, they are refusing to come out now. So what we're gonna have to do, I think, is get everybody kind of bunched up here, wait for this to trigger, and go through, essentially. And then just basically stay in between the different...
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
I don't think she can see. Oh, hello. Where'd the chaos spawn come from? Okay, never mind. We're backing off. We're not going forward. We're going to make sure the chaos spawn does not get first fire. Okay, and then Argenta. Yeah, Argenta, if you would kindly back off again. And we're also going to swap you up your flamer.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
And then we've got Chaos Spawn. This actually should trigger on the next turn. This is going to be a very long drawn-out combat because those guys are not moving. If you move here... Oh, no. Yeah, no, yeah, no, and no. Oh wait, it might also... there we go. Amplify. Okay, so that's not good, that's good, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. So here, actually, apparently is a good line of fire on this guy. Alright, now shoot at this. Oh man, look at that, good lord. Okay, prepare to die, son. Okay, so we're gonna first trigger this on you. And then we're going to trigger Expose Weakness. That should make shooting you much easier. And then let's see. Let's go ahead and put this on our
I'm
agenda.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, and then go ahead and las this
I
guy.
am a navigator, not a
He's gonna die
servant.
before he gets a turn. Okay, and then myself, night.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
And burning. Just a hunk of burning flame. Burning flesh in this case. Righty then. Okay, so now I think we need to start moving everybody up. We take care of those last two twerps. Okay, and we can't go through this space because it will definitely get electrocuted there. So that, and then you
Get
come
me
up
a
here with
target.
me. Okay, and then Haskell, you can come up with me. Okay, and then they're gonna start taking pot shots at me. Ow. Alright, okay, so this has finished, so Argenta, go ahead and move up.
Rejoice in battle!
I don't suppose you can hit anybody, can you? I didn't think so. Well, there's that one. Where's the other one? Third. Oh, he's hiding in the corner. Coward! Okay, you can't move any further, so you'll just move up here. You can move here. That is
Be
a safe
careful not to
spot
cross
there.
my gaze.
Still. Oh, she can't. Wow. These like I said, these sniper rifles are definitely superior. Did that actually hit him? That sounded like it hit him. Oh yeah, look at his health just went down. Okay, we're gonna kill these guys with our snipers, I think. Okay, and then move myself up into
Let's
cover,
make
'cause
some
there's nothing else to
opportunities.
do. And I can't hit you guys. No, you're outside my range of my psyker abilities. Okay. Doesn't make much sense that you would be, but you know, if I can see you, I should be able to hit you with psychers. But you know, what do I know? Okay. And Heinrichs probably. Heinrichs von Heinrich. Oh, we should get him a better auto pistol or better sidearm. To be honest. Okay, and then Haskell, you should be able to. Basically, this little space right here, this little 9x9 with these little ones out here, are where the electric is. Can you hit it? No, he is just outside your range. It's sad. You missed. I don't know who you were shooting at, but you missed. Okay, and then Argenta, if you would kindly move up.
The enemies
And
of the
hopefully you
Emperor
will
will
have
be
range.
undone.
Nope, you still don't have the range. Bolt guns would have a decent range considering they're rocket-propelled explosive ammunition. We'll go ahead and move you up. You definitely do have a chance to hit somebody. So let's see if you will succeed. You only have a 47% chance. That'll at least stop this guy from shooting.
Anything else?
Hey, there we go. Good job, Adiri. Okay, and then Cassia, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do
Emperor,
much
give me strength.
because this guy's a coward and hiding in the corner. Although I suppose you can just keep casting lasting impressions on everybody. Our voice of command, rather. Alright, and then myself, I don't want to stop there because that's literally right in the middle of it, so we will stop over here. But we might end up stuck in this corner here, but we'll see. Okay, so next question. Does it require line of fire? It does require line of sight. That's kind of lame. Well, nothing we can do about that. dinosaurs. Alright, so anyway, and then you can move further, so you will not be in the scorching area. Still don't
The
think you'll be
Emperor
able to
is on
do
our
anything
side.
about it, but let's see here. Siphon Life, Heroic Act. Can I hit you? No, you guys are just outside the range. Okay. Alright, then Pascal, you're going to have to move here. That will keep you out of the... Basically, stay out of the scorching marks is what it means. Fortunately... What is the radius of this? I could have thrown it here. Oh no, this is basically the farthest this stick can go. That's kind of sad. Okay. Alright. Is he gonna finally pop out? No, he's just sitting back there doing dark prayer constantly.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Can you... Nope, still outside the range. Okay. Okay, so then we need to move... We can move you here.
Then descend,
There's
future,
nothing
on
you
the
can do, so
battlefield.
might as well just keep on waiting. You move there.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
And then you do voice of command.
If only
yourself.
that were possible.
No, okay. You cannot do voice of command on herself. Alright.
If I may.
Do it on a dearie. Which... Fine. Okay, and then myself, if I move here... I move here. Can I see you to shoot you or something? Let's try. Ignite!
I'll see to it personally.
Alright. Very nice. And he'll take 10 damage, so he's actually going to burn on his turn. So let's make sure everybody's out of the electric field.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Pascal, you want to make sure you're over here.
Is the tread of his faithful.
I'm sure there's some loot back there that we'll be grabbing.
You never stood a chance.
Alright, so.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make
Okay,
profitable learning experiences.
Okay, so the electricity thing basically travels down the pipeline. As soon as this one's done, let's get everybody over here. Athletics.
There.
Which, yeah, easy. Alright, so what do we got here? Multi-key... Oh, a plasma pistol. Plasma pistol. I wonder if our
I'm watching your
favorite
back.
little
Always.
psyker here can use plasma pistols. He cannot. Sad. Sad day for the Imperium when an interrogator of the Inquisition cannot use a plasma gun. Alright, and then what's this thing? Inspect the cogitator. Pascal.
The machine gun
A
runs
multitude of symbols are carved into the enormous generator. You realize that these are foundational tenets of the Electro Priest religion. Standing out among them is a triumph of reason over all other facets of human nature.
Easily done.
Alright, so, where's our... okay, this is the next one. We also need to loot some bodies while we're at it. Alright, let's get everybody bunched up over here.
Join me in prayer.
I didn't need to do that. Alright, so... Oh nice, we got some more sniper rifles, although we have all the sniper rifles we need. Alright, and then this... Go ahead and run past. Oh, maybe we can turn these things off. That would be nice. I don't have to worry about triggering them. We'll wait for this one to be done and then we'll tech use.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Did that turn it off or what? Or is it just... No, that did not turn it off. Alright, map. Okay, here, let's go ahead and just follow the lightning through.
I always keep my options open.
We can loot you. And then everybody go ahead and push through. Awareness.
The premonition runs
Dead
true.
heretics are suspiciously different from the others. The symbols on their clothes are drawn wrongly, and the standard issue military uniforms show through their blastful tatters. Interesting. Okay, Pascal, unlock please.
Operation
Some more
successful.
granadas. Isaac, Curse cultists have been thoroughly fried by the arcs of motive force. Okay, so I don't want to go in here quite yet. I don't want to trigger a fight in that. I want to go down the other side and look through there. Okay,
Rise
so
to
we
the
can go
top,
ahead and
or get left in the dust.
run through, and then run through again, and then run through here. Oh, we nearly shocked ourselves there. Oh, that was close. Alright, so it's this guy. There are no wounds on it, but his face is contorted. Alright, so let us go in this room and see what's over here. Okay, we have... Cultists were killed with a hit from the back from some kind of electric weapon, so that would be the Electro Priest. What's in here? Anything? We got... On the maladies of machine spirit and ways of diagnostic divinations. Okay, so there's nothing else in here? Just... oh, okay. Alright, then... what's this direction? Oh. Ah, Electro Priests. You should be purified by the motive force.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Why are we fighting the Electro Priests? And I guess we've been ambushed, so we don't get to move. Okay. Fortunately, we dodge. Ow.
Stop it!
Ow. Okay, Heinrichs, if you would kindly iron arm yourself. Where are you? Nope, that's myself. Where are you? Oh, you got your staff out.
For the
not
throne's glory.
Okay, so, and then go ahead and swap. How's everybody's health doing? Okay. Then let's go ahead and charge these guys in front of us. And then we'll cleave.
The Inquisition
Very
sends
nice.
their regards.
Oh, he can't cleave. He doesn't have enough. But we will be able to finish this guy off. I guess we're gonna have to do that. I'd rather finish him off. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and then the other three get to go, which is going to be painful. Ouch. And ouch. Nope, he dodged. Or she dodged. Okay, and then ouch. Okay, this, let's see here. So, she is free to maneuver. First off, let's do a forewarning on her.
On it.
Then let's move her out of the way. I basically want to use our gun to deflame these guys. So unfortunately that's not going to work because, well, if we come over here and have Argenta flame this direction, there's a good chance she can hit all of them. So we want Deary out of the way anyway.
What is this foreboding?
Um, 13 to 22 versus 12 to 16. If I do this, it's gonna hit my own people while it's at it. And they probably can't be damaged by electric attacks by the look of it. So never mind, switch to gun. Alright, yeah, we'll use her Psychic Scream. And Psychic Scream on this guy.
Was that you? Or
Okay, and then as for myself, give me this.
On it.
Why can I not use Death from Above?
I won't stand for it.
Oh, because I've got the wrong weapon. There we go. Alright, if I jump here and do a Blade Dance, I'll be blocking her from being able to do her fire attack. So we're gonna do a Death from Above over here, and then a Blade Dance.
Who, if not the best defense, is a good offense? Another enemy down.
There we go. Alright, so that took him out. And then we do another. We might be able to actually. Oh. Thank you. Camera sometimes is very funky.
I'll make it
do
happen.
This, and there we go. All right. And then we'll just move over this way. We can still ignite? Really? 1 AP. I have only 1 AP. Okay. Alright, however, we probably want to heal. No, do ignite. On
I'll
you.
see to it personally.
Alright. Then, Argenta, you're going to move here, and so if we angle it properly, we should be able to, there we go, flame all of them without hitting our own comrades. Perfect. We'll also do this. But first, let's just get her over here,
guided by faith.
and then we'll do her
I'll do it.
concentrate fire, and then we'll do her flame attack.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
There we go. Very nice. Here's a question. Does he double burn? One from the fire and one from the warp fire? This, actually, we can even do again. So, first off, she can't do a flame shot, but she has a flame thrower that hits in a stream. So she does that, and then just straight on down the line.
I'll do it. This is why I was
There we go.
chosen.
We love the flamer. Alright, Pascal, you are going to perform a brutal strike, but unfortunately that means you're going to hit. If he moves here, he'll be triggering a... If he moves here, though, and does this... so, moving away from this guy is going to trigger his attack of opportunity. So, there's something we can do. To reduce that danger. Probably should have put forewarning on him, but I wanted to make sure she stayed alive.
Request approved.
Okay, let's move here. Yeah, it's gonna trigger a, oh, parried. And then there we go. And this actually looks like it's gonna kill everybody.
My
So.
vow is enshrine the memory of this righteous moment.
Well then. Circular cogitator electric beast hiding must be nearby. They're all dead. Because for whatever reason they attacked us. And we can't loot their bodies, which is kind of sad. Alright, okay, so I guess after combat the health does regenerate. Huh. Interesting. Interesting choice. No, this is head to cargo. Heinrichs, what can we give you in your offhand that would be worthwhile? On the other hand, I still could give him the silent verdict. I'm actually kind of partial to that. We'll do that. Here, have a two-handed melee weapon. Because if he needs ranged, he can always just pull out his Biomancer weapon or use any one of his Psyker powers. Machine Alter is operational, but you will only respond to special commands that you do not know. Okay, and then we have a door here. Let's go ahead and save our game, it's been a while. Motive force seals the passage, threatening to incinerate anyone who touches it. Okay, so what's in the door? Okay, what's in the room? Ah, data altar of sacred analysis. Cogitator green screen lights up as you approach and displays flashing message. Pilgrim, only words of the first galvanic hem will reveal to you the secrets hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle to the device keyboard lights up. I'm clearly expecting you to enter the rest of the verse. I mean, I've got the Pascal, kindly remind me. It is not known to me, only high-ranking servants of the shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn. Okay, so then let us sing this canticle to the motive force that floweth through veins of copper, the Omnissiah from whom the holy discharge springeth force, the blessed cathode that beckoneth the timeless electron, the mighty reactor that performeth the sacrament of fusion, closed circuit wherein the path starts and ends are tied in a knot. Motive force does seem to be kind of the thing around here, so verse 2 calls to you, Pilgrim. Let us fill our souls with gratitude towards the twin poles of opposite signs that herald the motion of the current, positive and negative. Splendid resistors that conceal within them the rite of transfiguration. That doesn't sound right. Resistors, whatever. The watchful breakers that protect us from the sacrilege of short circuit. The hallowed contacts whose touch conducteth the current. The arcane key that closes. This one would make most sense. May the unity of the sacred charges power the memory of ages that is preserved most zealously, the faultless soul that the current washes over, the mortal body and the mechanisms thereof, the immortal reason that hath created the spark, blessed faith that bringeth light. The immortal reason that hath created the spark. Only one who has learned the path of our Cinnabum is worthy of its gift. Walk the path of enlightenment, absorbed in the grows dark in disappointment. Well, there's some goods here. Pascal, if you would, please.
The machine god grants me
Sadly,
insight.
none of this is a notes. I don't have any notes here, do I? No. Why does it show me in like an area that's not on the map? On the other hand, we can't get into this place just by coming to the other side, so I'm not even sure. That's assuming that this thing actually stops this. Here, let's try it again. Let's see, so the mode of force that flows through copper veins. Let's try that, let's see. Let's fill our souls with gratitude towards the twin poles of ups. And memory of ages. Screen goes dark and disappointment again. This is probably unlocking a secret thing again, isn't it? Let's see. Blessed cathode that beckoneth the timeless electron. Fall his soul, the immortal body, and the mechanism thereof. Blessed faith that bringeth light. I didn't mean to click that. None of these really seem to make sense to me. Let's just keep going through the last ones until... Okay. The Amnesia from whom the holy discharge springeth forth. Maybe I'm just not being religious enough with it. Splendid resistors, watchful breakers, the hallowed contacts whose touch arcane key that closes the circuit. And okay. Wow. Pilgrim who has learned the way. Okay. And we've even leveled up from that. Very nice. All right. So what do we get? An arc rifle. Holy crap. Nice. Okay, so starting with you. What do we got here? So strength, weapon skill. I think I actually want to go strength. Because eventually I probably want to get the power armor, which requires strength, the 45 minimum. We can't do this, but we can do athletics. Okay, and then Sister Argenta, you are going to... We're going to give you agility since it affects your initiative. And... we actually do have a plasma gun now. So we're starting to run into plasma weaponry, so I think we're actually going to go ahead and give it to her. Okay, and then you could, toughness, weapon skill, agility, strength. Give you weapon skill, and then carouse. Give him carouse. Okay, Pascal. Joint analysis, precise attack. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency will be reduced. Perfect spot while in cover. Gains perception. Excuse me. Already have this one. This would actually not be terrible. AoE debuff, essentially. Yeah, go ahead and with that one. Alright, and then Pinnacle of Weaponry. The first attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapons deals additional. Here's a question: Plasma. Does he have the capability of using plasma? He actually has plasma weapon. Oh, I could have given him the plasma pistol. Um. Hmm. First attack in combat with any plasma weapon, power weapon, or melta weapon. Is his axe a power weapon? I think we're gonna go ahead and give him this. And then we're gonna take a look at real quick at his axe. It is a power weapon. Okay. And then yeah, we can give him the plasma pistol. Looks a little ridiculous in his little servitor arm there. So I kind of wasted Argenta's thing, but oh, actually we can give him the arc rifle. Who else can take the arc rifle? She can take the arc rifle as well. Let's see, it's got worse range than the bolter. Rate of fire is worse, and its max ammo is worse, but it does do more damage. Its armor penetration is worse. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give him that, and then Argenta, we're going to give her the plasma gun, and the bolt pistol, or flamer, hand flamer. Hand flamer seems kind of redundant, so we'll give her the bolt pistol. There we go. I mean, she has to get in close range for the flamer anyway, so. And add that to cargo. And that cargo. Too bad her unfading glory is kind of worse. Alright, so then let's go back to leveling up. Our officer. Move, move, move. The officer immediately grants an ally additional MP equal to their fellowship bonus. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measure during this turn. So this would allow us to move people without, so that they could get out of line of fire. That actually would not be bad. Especially since her fellowship bonus is probably like a +4 or +5 at this time, so they'd be able to move 4 or 5 extra squares. Target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective range. That's actually not terrible either. If the target is under the effective voice of command, this attack will ignore enemy dodge. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below 45% for any reason. That's actually really good too. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. This ability can only target allies who have enemies adjacent to them until the start of the officer's next turn. All melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to the target. Move, or take aim. The other thing is it can also allow them to trigger heroic acts. I think we're going to go with this one. We'll want to pick up take aim eventually, but I think for now we'll go with this one. Let's see. Ebb and flow. Every even turn, the navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, the navigator gains 20 perception. Okay, blood augury. Enemies damaged by the navigator suffer 10% additional damage from any source of warp damage. Bonus damage stacks for each hit inflicted by the navigator. This effect stacked up to 5 times. Mastery of time. Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the navigator gains an extra +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. Let's see. Mind over matter. Makes all resistance tests with their willpower. Open to the warp. Enemies affected by the navigator's power suffer a stacking -10 penalty to the next resistance test. Pass unscathed. If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, their dodge is calculated using perception instead. Well, that's not terrible. Perilous ways. Enemies moved by the navigator's powers suffer 3 damage at the end of the movement. Stable routes. Whenever the navigator uses a navigator power, veil degradation is reduced by 1. Navigator heals 5 wounds at the beginning of every turn and gains +1 wound, additional wound for every navigator talent taken. The healing increased by 1 for every creature killed is between the navigator's turns. Now, that's not terrible either. That would make it very tanky. Whenever the navigator uses navigator power that has not been used this combat, the navigator gains +2 perception. Threats and faults. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against a navigator's power, attacks against them gains a +30% chance. The effect stacks but is reset by a critical hit. Tonicity. Navigator powers deal +1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristic of the equipped staff. Unblinking stare. Till the end of combat, enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional 5 damage for all attacks and opportunities, and they cannot dodge them. Undammed the Sea of Souls. While under the effects of any navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by 10. Allies that are targeted by navigator abilities gain +5 to all resistance tests against warp effects. Unnatural lure. This one would not necessarily be a terrible one. Every navigator talent taken, and I've already taken 2, so that's an additional 10. Veil of Protection. Allies that are targeted by navigator power gain +10. Let's see here. I've almost not used her. Enemies suffer a -20 penalty to dodge against las weapon attacks. I've almost not used any of her navigator powers, really. If this was just from any damage source, but it's only sources of warp damage. I don't think she needs particularly swift movements. The las weapon expert might be good if I was to keep her with the long las, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be keeping her with that. So, because they might have like the stalker bolter pattern. We'll go with this one. Increases her fellowship by +5, and an additional +1 for every navigator talent. So that's going to be +3. Yeah, her fellowship went up to 8. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's +3. All right, and then Idiri. Precision, perfect spot. This actually would be good. Oh, excuse me. For her. Precedence, the target gains +8 intelligence, perception, fellowship, and willpower until the end of combat. Well, that's not terrible. Foreboding. Create an area that lasts until the start of the Psyker's next turn. All allies within this area gain +8 to their dodge. Dominate. Sensor deprivation. The target makes a willpower resistance test. If it succeeds, and merely is blinded until the start of the Psyker's turn. If the target fails, they become blinded and suffer a -10 penalty to all characteristics reduced by blindness, and must make a willpower resistance at the end of their turn. First success makes them blinded. Second success removes the blinding effect. Dominate. This is the one that just makes them come towards you. +8 intelligence, perception, willpower, and fellowship. Or foreboding. Yeah, I think we'll go with the perfect spot one. Okay, and then we got the unnatural luck. Psychic uses divination psychic on an ally without unnatural luck. The allies gain unnatural luck. Natural luck, when the ally suffers a critical hit, becomes a normal hit instead, and the unnatural luck effect is removed. Flawless plan. Every 9th successful dodge and or parry by the Psyker and their allies combined grants the Psyker +2 additional AP on the next turn. I don't think there's anything particularly useful there. Aftershock, but requires us to do mental attacks. I don't have her do. She doesn't even have any mental damaging attacks. Can I upgrade her? I gave her the Minoris last time. Thriving in Peril. Subtle Manipulation. First psychic power used each turn increases veil degradation by 2 points less. Second sight, the Psyker's psychic power that have range of 2 cells or more, yada yada yada. Power conduit. Scared threat, while the Psyker is not in targets. I'm not seeing much in the way of anything there. Weak hearts, enemies suffer from blinded, stunned, prone effects inflicted by the Psyker suffer 10% more damage. I think this one would be useful. But it's kind of hard to say. Pain channeling. Whenever the Psyker kills an enemy with a psychic power, dealing more damage than the target's wounds, the excess damage will be dealt to the enemy closest to them. Visions of Doom. So, let's see here. Yeah, if we went with the one that allows us to blind enemies. Which one was that? Sensory deprivation. Go with that one, and then go with the weak hearts one. and now take 10% more damage. Okay, we'll go with that. Give her some actual combatish stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for her. Maybe Grand Strategist? Maybe Bounty Hunter? Okay. So, and then we managed to get something from this. What was it? Oh, that was the arc rifle, right. And we gave it to him, so he's got an arc rifle now. Wasn't there something else we got from that? Was it armor or something? Oh no, it was this. The Pinpoint Visor grants 15% critical chance to range attacks against enemies that have less than 50% wounds left. She is using this. Grants the wearer immunity to critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat, so that's good. Ranged attacks, what are you using? You're using the one that gives you more chance to actually hit, so we're going to keep that. We'll give you this. Where did it go? Ah, there we go. So yeah, we'll give you this. And then we will show a helmet. And then you can have the helmet. Although you've got Ancient Terra Monocle. Oh right, that was that thing. Yeah, no, this would be more important. You can have her take it off. Haskell doesn't have anything, so here. Actually, yeah, I just think it would be more important on her, although her... There we go, Lore Imperium. Alright, can you wear this? There you go. Alright, so, let's... And like I thought, it does not do this. We still have to go back out there another way. So let's do that.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
I mean, you started off kind of cute, like, oh yeah, a child was saved, and yada yada, and thousands of burning heretics.
Is there money to be made?
She's a sister of battle, what do you expect? Okay, so time for combat, I'm thinking, so we're gonna save our game. Ah, there we go. A crowd of cultists has surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the modus force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner to convulse and brutally, and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. Torture tech priest in the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration 0. Under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Haskell's mechanandroids spring into combat mode instantly, and a rattle comes from his vox. I'm registering a severe violation of purity protocol. The blessed Amaranth has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Are you sure he is Amaranth? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his word. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Amaranth motto. Look around the hall. The heretics have taken up position everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in passages. For now, they're all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. How is he bearing this torture? We must save the esteemed tech priest without risking his life. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them, thus cleansing the hall of heretics. Okay, a lightning discharge have charged the cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke cover their empty eye sockets. Those contends. Okay, they're covered in blood and innocence. They're crudely painted over with emblems of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling. Small compromise with evil will lead to greater. They truly know their ways, rogue trader. The signs of the archenemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of his will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coats of arms even deceitfully worn. All will this will increase the presence of the ruinous power near you and draw their corrupting attention to you. Cassius stares in horrors of the corrupted clothes and scattered human ashes. Do not make me. Um, help save a worthy man. Dogmatic, I will not allow corruption to touch you. We will vest ourselves in faith and kill every last traitor in the Golden Throne. Um, was the essence of your plan? Utter a litany of actuation for the power units from Lumina's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor into the hull. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within the set parameter, but upon receiving an order to increase its peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. You disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags. The only unbearable disgrace is that a duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. Well, I am going to Iconoclast, so we'll do Iconoclast. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Elmareth enough fortitude. Time passed 5 minutes. Heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech. Tingling fells, fever spread over your body as those tatters imbibe with vile blah, blah, blah. All right, so commit sabotage.
Keep your wits about you.
All right. So let's first off. Oh, we missed something.
See, right there.
Okay, safety system control altar. The altar adorned, continue. Let's see. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls, threads of metal that used to be electus are fused into the bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been decorated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with its operation. I identify this as the safety control for our diversion to succeed. The blessed machine must be executed, and may the spirit forgive us. Break the machine with brute force. For Grievous honored machine spirit, we are okay. Tech Grease. Tech succeed, offers a short binary prayer, and then enters commands. Code born out of the tech priest tinkering causes a spirit to flutter confusedly, a snare of impossible commands heat up the altar circuit and perish forever in the shower of sparks. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system. Alright.
Let us not dawdle.
Distributors network. Crown of heavy golden neural augments rests upon the servitor's head. His crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions covered in its withering flesh. I identify this acolyte as distribution servitor. I'm registering upon its traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operation. The probability of this response to command is below average. I mean, you still have a 98 skill value on this, so. Or we could do that, but Test succeeded. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine bear it sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. Pascal gently touches the servitor crown, deactivating one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged in darkness. Another touch, and several of the command response falls silent. Pascal twitches in binary speech, accompanied by his every action with a line from a sacred hymn. It's amazing how the reverent awe in the tech priest's voice can be discerned even through the rattling box. Suddenly, every light on the servitor crown comes alive. Okay, a shower of sparks bursts from the augmetics on the servitor's brow, and the several black, ash-tinted tears run from its empty eye sockets, ready to serve. Energize the power hall's units to maximum. It will be done. Okay, and then assuming that means now we do this. Grim-looking heretic walks up to you, resolutely blocking your path as he studies your disguise. With suspicion, you note that he's left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right has 4. I don't know you. Who are you? Why haven't I met you? Smell mysteriously. Perhaps the master has blinded your eyes to trifles so that you may behold what is true. Flash a menacing smile. Persuasion. Throw up your hands. I'm new. Was sent from here to slaughter, and I've only just finished. Slap the infant man. Who am I? Okay, that would be dumb. Okay. Lore. Warp. Replied with the mystical significance evidently to the. He smiles haughtily. May our master blind you too, sister. Okay, now. Tech Priest's corpse, his throat slit, sits upon the splendid command throne, laced with finely wrought motive force pass. Contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on its place. Black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumina's command throne. This is where the power unit actuation and shutdown litanies are recited. Blessed Lumen Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circus of motors. Okay, sit down upon throne to recite the litany of actuation. Oh, I have one. Let's see. I'm about to be greatly honored or else thoroughly charged. Maybe both. I think it would make more sense for the tech priest to do it because he knows what he's doing. So, Pascal, request denied. I am not authorized to sit upon the Lumen Deacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered sacrilege. Saving the relic and your mentor justifies a minor infraction of the rules. Sit down upon the throne. Okay, then I'll do it. I mean, I've got a 100% chance of doing it anyway, so. As soon as you lay your hands on the command's throne's panel, a painful sting of electricity numbs your senses for an instant. Your fingers cramp and your vision grows dim. Pain is visible in tech priest's eyes as he looks upon sacrilege. Forgive us, Omnissiah, for such a gross violation of the right of operation. Repeat the litany after me and activate the command runes I point to. Damage taken of 7. Clinging to the blazing threads of your fading consciousness, you repeat the words of the litany after Pascal and touch the command runes as the unbaited lightning rips through your muscles and makes your bones crackle. I'm recording a successful activation of the power units. Well then. Level up. Attack to the tech priest. Alright, so we can get out of these. We can loot. Good lord. Every one of these guys had. Alright, well, we'll take it all. Goods. Before we talk to the tech priest. And we did level up from that. Awesome. Alright, so that gives us our ability to make our Blade of Light. Yes. Okay, demolitions. I can't do athletic, can't do warp. Carousing, coercion, Medicaid. And we'll go some coercion. Alright, then next. You gain What would be useful for you? On the double, use run and gun when used after. Next, use a run and gun when used after entrench gains +5 additional movement points. That actually would be good. Point blank, all the soldiers' area attacks gain +20 armor penetration and ignore 2 deflection when used against enemies and a 3-cell radius around the soldier. Well, that's actually not terrible either. Especially if I'm going to have her running around using flamers and stuff at point blank range. But is there a way for her to be able to, because enemies in melee, she can't use her area of attacks. If she's in point blank range. So is there a way to allow her to do that? Soldier's demolition instead of intelligence is used to determine additional damage and ranged area attacks. Deals 5 more damage for every 10 points of demolition instead of 5 for each 10 points of intelligence. That's actually really good. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and then better to die for the Emperor. Cleansing Faith. Devoted gains +3 to and chance to ignore an enemy attack. Shield of Faith. The Devoted gains +12 to armor against attacks of daemons and warp damage. Cleansing Faith. Melee, flame, and melta attacks against daemons and psychers deal an additional 6 damage. Attacks against Xenos deal an additional 3 damage and gain 9 armor penetration. Let's go ahead and do that, especially since I'm going to be giving her flame. Probably be giving her meltas too. Once we start finding them. Alright, so let's go ahead and complete. Okay, Heinrich, what do we have? Contemplate, Contempt. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior next melee attack against that enemy deals an additional 4 damage. This is not stacked, but it can be reactivated. Oh, this one's not terrible. Epicenter of Slaughter. Thick Skin actually might not be a bad one. Let's see. Cautious Disengage, Clenched Teeth. Crowd Kill. Area attacks deal an additional 3 damage for each enemy they have area of effect. Defensive Stance. If the warrior is not attacked this turn, they gain an 18% armor. Impetus. This one actually be good, because I do have the one that increases the charge distance as well. Charge. Can you, like, tell me how far his charge can go? Well, that would be nice. So yeah, let's go with Impetus then. And then, what else do we got? Opening Strike. Charge and push increases the damage of ranged attacks made against affected enemies by 10%. Opening Engagement, Living Shield. Rigorous Training. This one would actually be good. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Although, we do have some Psyker stuff that we could give him instead. Eternal Glory, the first time the momentum reaches 200. Hems of Hatred, critical hits scored by anyone within the Psyker's line of sight, including the Psyker themselves, increases the Psyker's critical damage by 1%. Psalms of Heroes, the Psyker Psi rating is increased by 1 until the end of combat every time an ally uses her Sanctified Slayer. Psyker's critical hit chance is increased by 5%. Blade of Light. Well, he's not using a force weapon, so this is not that useful. You know what? Actually, that's a good question as to what possible Psyker stuff we might have for this. Second Sight. No, I didn't mean to click on it. Dang it. What was the skill I had there before? Impetus, wasn't it? Yes, Impetus. But let's just double check, because we can also grab Impetus with the second one too. Say that. Oh no, we can't. Ew. Okay. In which case, yeah, I probably will want Impetus, but let's double check the Psyker stuff. See if there's anything particularly useful in there. There is the Sanguine Siphon. There's a Strange Vitality. Adrenaline Surge. If the first round of the combat, all psychic powers of the Biomancy disciplines. Deterioration. Whenever an enemy is affected by a Psyker, increases the damage suffered by a target. This effect is increased by half. Pulse of Life. I don't think there's anything particularly useful amongst this, so yeah, let's go with Impetus. Alright, and then, let's give him some more athletics. Okay, then Pascal, you have combat insight. The operative's perception bonus 10 or higher. They add a +1 AP and ignore enemy deflection. That's actually not bad. So combat insight, so enemies will be easier to hit, and he'll have more AP to use. Perception bonus. Perception bonus. I'm pretty sure his perception bonus is not that high. Yeah, it's only a +3. So never mind. That is not so great. Ballistic calculation. Weak body, weak soul, exposed weakness. Also reduces target's toughness and willness by 15 for one round. Tide of Excellence, fresh target was this. Whenever the operator attacks an enemy that has full wounds, the attack deals an extra 13% more damage. Continuous analysis. At the start of the operative's turn, the enemy with the largest number of exploits receives additional exploits stack. 2 or more enemies are tied to the largest number of stacks. One of those enemies is chosen at random. Let's see. If the target of analysis of analyzed enemies has 2 or more exploits, that target suffers an additional. Ballistic calculations. Covert protocol. While the operative is in half cover, their cover efficiency is increased by 15%. This bonus is doubled if the operative does not move during this turn. Inflict Despair. Whenever the operative hits an enemy that is affected by an exploit and exposed weakness, the enemy suffers a -3 on their MP, and their damage is reduced by 10% for the next turn. Joint offense. Any precise attack for these, huh? Sharpshooter. That's not going to be that particularly useful. If intimidation kills the target, damage of all other enemies in the area of intimidation is reduced. Oh, okay, so this is a buff for his intimidation. Arcane Sight. This one actually seems interesting. The operative inflicts an exploit even on enemies which are out of the operative's line of sight at the start of the turn. Persistence of the Forge. Forge World characters gain stacking 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any enemy they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks. Yada yada. Steel of Forge. Oh, this was while wearing heavy armor, but he can't wear heavy armor. I think Steel of Forge should allow you to wear heavy armor, to be honest. Sharpshooter. I think we'll go with this Uncanny Sight. Alright, so, and then ballistic skill or weapon skill. He's got 60 weapon skill, he's got 40, he's got perception, his intelligence is high. We'll just go with the weapon skill, because why not? He's mostly melee. Okay, so next, Blood of Martyrs, be vigilant. This actually would not be terrible. Extra weapon skill would make it easier for us to hit enemies. Whenever I cast Voice of Command on my character. Personal oversight. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action, ability, or an attack, the ally's resolve is increased by 1 until the end of the officer's next turn. This effect stacks and is prolonged until the end of the officer's next turn. Each time it is stacks. Focus. Whenever the officer uses the ability of an ally, the ally gains bonus to their perception and ballistic skills. Let's see. Iron Discipline. Allies affected by the officer's ability to gain bonus to all resistance tests. Whenever the officer uses 2 officer archetype abilities that do not grant an extra turn in 1 round, the officer gains the Standing Witness. Standing Witness. The next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect the officer. Okay, Leader Assault. Leader's Assault. Whenever the officer makes an attack, they gain +5 fellowship until the end of combat. March. Whenever the officer uses an ability that grants movement points to the target, the officer also gains half that number of movement points. That wouldn't be terrible. Skill Incursion. Whenever an ally starts a turn, including any extra turn, adjacent to the officer, the ally gains additional, but they have to be adjacent to the officer, which means they have to be standing next to them, and I don't typically bunch my people up like that. Officer and allies with the Voice of Command effect deal an additional 15 damage to enemies that have not acted this combat. Undaunted, the officer gains 10 willpower and 10 fellowship when they have less than 50 HP. Watch yourself. The target of move gains 10% bonus to dodge and 10% bonus to cover efficiency until the start of the officer's next turn. That's a possibility. But I think I liked this one, Be Vigilant. Increases weapon skill. Alright, and then Persuasion, Commerce. Now let's increase her Commerce. Alright, and then Idiri. Let's see, so she's got fresh target, instant exposure, combat insight. Joint offense. Passive learning. On their first turn in combat, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits as when using an analyze enemy among all enemies in a 10-cell radius around the operative. At the start of each of the operative's subsequent turns, they distribute half as many exploits, half the base amount, among all enemies in a 2-cell radius around the operative. Reactive study. If an enemy affected by an exploit within 5 cells of the operative attacks the operative or their ally, the enemy suffers an additional exploit. Sharpshooter. If the operative has not moved this turn, they deal 1 + 1 more damage with single shot attacks for every 5 cells between them and the target and gain a +4 ballistic skill. These bonuses do not stack and last until the operative moves. That wouldn't be terrible for her. The operative inflicts an exploit even on the enemy which are out of the operative's line of sight at the start of their turn. Let's do that one, because if they double it up, I'm going to be very disappointed by this, aren't I? Ballistic skill of 35, perception, intelligence. We're going to give her ballistic skill to help out with the shooty, bang, bang. And I've got a fresh injury from something. Oh, right, from the chair. All right, so let's actually...
Remember, innocence proves nothing.
Oh, we did lose a person who can use that. But, sister, if you would
When the faithful
kindly
are idle,
heal
heresy
my fresh
grows.
wound.
The pain will subside.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Alright. Okay, so before we go too much further... Oh, this turned off.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, let's get the cultist fighter down here. Okay, that's fine. Get the goods. That's fine. More goods. Pascal, if you would.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay, then there should be some more goods around here. Ah, there they are. Okay, and goods as well. Okay, and then, showing them something. Oh, right here. This guy right here. How didn't he get looted with everything else? Okay, and then there's something right over here. Ah, this cultist fighter
I
right here.
always keep my options open.
Okay, and then I missed something back in here real quick. No, don't stand there. Oh, cultist gunner. Then finish. Grab. Okay, sniper rifles, fine. Alright, let's go rescue the, this guy. The cycle of the foreordained lurks a flaw of worship. The text price voice convulses pain, plaintive creak of binary prayers coming from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox subject unidentified. This is not the blessed Amrit stranger. I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Examine the tech priest. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augmentum is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, formed an unholy litany of scrap code. It is amazing how the robust this tech priest's life support system is proven in maintaining the spark of life. Where the servants, the fire of the hearth sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman. Tech priest looks over at Pascal. For a brief moment, his speech becoming clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. This iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What design? What are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Reichad Mars? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest does not seem to understand what he is saying. No, he came because of himself. Myself, to redeem myself, to correct a mistake possibly, but how do you? There's a look of gentle condensation in Abel's eyes, strange given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by the iteration. devastating coughing fit cuts off its wet design. An intention both bold and honorable to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. Plan written so that the righteous may follow and trust in the great path of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Those are his words. I have not heard them for so very long. You can talk to him to get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood. Sacred unguent staining his sleeves. His vox rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. You know him, Pascal. The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Try to take him down. As soon as you touch the tech priest's matter flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, "Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I heard their prayers. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration so that you may behold what is hidden." A blast of moral force runs down the tech priest's body and his face contorts in mocking grimace. Malformed binary codes repulsively jarring in the air pour out of his vox. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the electro priest's hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of containment aria. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of a schismatical, an unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the technosorcism protocol. What is schismatical? An ugly mockery of noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort. One whose very existence is an insult to the omniscient. Okay. Grant the Emperor's peace. I will iconoclast. The possessed man responds with bursts of repulsive laughter. Every now and then, a word or two of Gothic finds his way into his binary. Obscenities pouring out of his vox, and what seems to be the schismatical scent of forays into language that is alien to it. His body convulses, his joints twist as unnatural angles with the sounds of bursting steel couplings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his infernal augments emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though the iron homunculus hidden within the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon is no longer needed. Result failure requesting assistance. Pascal mechadendrites extend a thin drilling needle. Sacred engines glisten. A code purification error is heard as the needles sink into the possessed tech priest's skull and touches his neural augmetic, forming an electric circuit with it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litany pours out of his vox. Let's see. Send a purifying charge of motive force into the possessed man's body. May the machine god heal you. Recite a prayer to the Emperor. Deliver us from the evil that has come for our souls, from the abyss of the immaterium. He's a tech priest, but he is also tech priests are still partially human. Also, machine god, isn't that supposed to be something really dark that we don't know about? Let's try it the machine way. Test success. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed scales and press it into the tech priest's body. A shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man. Machine oil gushes out of his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of the motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of his neural augmetic, resets his code, and erases the schematic from his existence. Tech Priest's eyes roll up and he loses consciousness, crushed yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it on the floor, his Styrian litanies of gratitude to the Omnissiah echoing through the hall. I basically took an electrical cable and shoved it in. That's hilarious. Rest, Tech Brother, we will come back for you when we have done our duties to the miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. All right. So map. So where are we going then? That's the next question. As to their hiding place.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Guide my strikes true against the heretics who have encroached upon these halls. Let not one villain escape the God Emperor's retribution delivered by our hands.
Your hues are so vivid, Sister Argenta. The hatred that fuels your words and impulses burns like a supernova.
I'm confused as to where that wants me to go. Oh, maybe in here? Oh, no, that pretty much just kind of ended over here. Let's see. Interrogate Van Calix. Find the surviving priest. Talk to the rescued priest. Let's see. The rogue trader needs to send a region to assess the situation. The Red of Blood. Looking for trouble. Name of Final Dawn. Okay, well, we'll try leaving and see what that gets us. Okay, so we still have wardens here. And this just leads us back to our ship. Okay, we'll try going.
Keep your
go back
wits
in and
about
take a
you.
look around. We can skip. Takes almost longer to skip than it does for the whole action. Alright, so actually maybe if we use this... No, this is just... Actually, maybe if we use this... Machine alter accepts the contact server. There we go. There we go.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, let's save our game. Okay, that's a lot of Electro Priest. Hopefully they are not cranky. The shortest muscular man wearing a scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path and wrinkles. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger. But right now he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electro-tattoos and of electric tattoos or electus show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. Tight bandage covers the man's eyes, yet he turns his face towards you with no hesitation. He has sharp, screeching voice, not unlike a bird calling. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. Make the sign of Aquila. another blind heretic to battle. Iroh declares monastery under my protection. Let's see. Make the sign of Akham, the Emperor protects. The Yamnes knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed electrodynamic Cinnabum receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of binary signals comes from his vox, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and said, the rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the electro priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. Dar Impulse 6, it was you, was it not, that Logis Abel came seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logis volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterward. Tell me more about Logis Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnisci has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. This makes his logic different from that of other people. His mind has also been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among his flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnisci's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within, or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope the Omnisci preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? Sure. When the heretics descended in droves upon this Cinnabon, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnisci's warriors under the mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defender's spark of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in superstitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brother's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honorable, honest combat, for this task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. I hear a tinge of wounded pride in Henrik's voice, as if he is upset about failing to discover the Electro Priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There is no point in losing more lives in this massacre that the cultists brought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the ritual of operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykad Minoris may perish in the fountain of fire. But my brethren in their magnetic meditation are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemer rendered. In other words, they're doing a DDoS attack on the thing so that none of her commands can get through. Praetor Electroid nods towards his entranced comrades. This holy place will be protected against the sacrilegious practices, I swear. In the monastery, I was attacked by people who looked like electro priests. That's a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way, and we're not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive. I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. My enforcers and the governor's guards may help you reclaim the monastery. You have made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. A true person of faith would never have hidden. Scoff. I was under no misconception that anything resembling the fighting spirit could be expected. What am I talking about? Jeez, I'm being rude. The enforcers and the governor's guard can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldiers unblessed by the Omniscience cross this monastery's threshold, I will deem them heretic and have them put to the death. Confirmed with the presence of lay people on monastery grounds without the Praetor's electroid blessing will be regarded as sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Herix opens his mouth for a second to say something, but he changes his mind, quietly clears his throat instead. Sure, better to die protecting their lumens and coils than to accept the help from unworthies, and we're left to deal with the mess as usual. Yes, I see. House Orselios follows the same rules when it comes to outsiders. You made the right decision to save yourselves and avoid combat. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy watching the unholy true stampede through the chambers of my temple. We all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. Have you questions about this place? Why are you calling me Pilgrim? I wish to get to the holy reactor. Why are you calling me Pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross this monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you are not seeking the omniscience wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find us. Let's see. You're not like other members of the mechanics I have met. Our faith imposes the duty of obedience on us. Every electro-priest is given numerous electus that combine in a blessed Voltageist circuit, allowing the feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. I understand everything. Okay, I wish to get to the holy reactor. Let's do this. Okay. The Ark is hidden from pilgrims' eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the high reliquary has been barred by the enemies, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, Pilgrim. We will pray to the security system that they may refrain from punishing you for this intrusion. May the charge of the Omniscience grace persist in the batteries of the faithful. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our game.
Let us not dawdle.
I think what we'll do is we'll basically finish this area, because I'm assuming that we're going to be facing Aurora here.
What do we have here?
Okay, so that's a dead end, but there is some goods, so grab those while you're at it. Okay, and hello, Aurora. Interesting, she looks like a vectorist. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque bear-barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible deaths you have skirted only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pasco and glows. You've arrived just in time, little cog. Your schematicals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. A cog, I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up with Crimson Herald bloodshed, and his thrilling Necrodendrites whir viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust, I will build order. Step away from the sacred reactor. I might allow you to surrender. Hell no. Pascal announced my arrival. No. With a talented, what a talented enemy. Can you do the governor's voice? Silent heretic, your crazy preaching will not touch my mind. Do not cling to your blindness. Do you cling to your blindness desperately? Do you think it will protect you from the blighting rays of the truth? The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. The martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in, a blinding slave to what is gone, a faithful servant to what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to wrest from you the details of the future of the occult prophecies. Hopefully, when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Cassius squints and looks away. Yellow, red, violets, oranges, and blues. Wild colors that scorch the eyes, but where the motley mask ends, nothing but a colorless void remains. Are you trying to blow up the reactor? You people wanted my head. Why? Iconoclast. Goodbye. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. Iconoclast 3. The Electro Priests rip their hands off command consoles, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. As their schematical controlled bodies are imbued with motive force radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Willpower test. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name the heretic keeps repeating, the Edge of Daybreak, digs into your hearing like a blade. Defensive flesh. It sounds almost painful, physically painful. It's strange, spawns strange and possible phantoms in your mind, but I succeeded in hypnosis. However, you managed to muster your strength to banish it. Okay. Probably should also be putting some points in.
I'll make an example out of you.
Alright, so we've got a bunch of enemies here. I don't think we can fight her. She's not marked as an enemy, so basically we just want to focus one side, I think. So let's see here. Sister Argenta. So all these guys, a lot of these guys rather, at least 3 of them are going to be moving up or moving into cover over here. So I think what we're going to do is have Argenta over here so that she can get within range of them. Use her flavor. Myself, Argenta's keeping these guys locked down. I will focus myself over here. You can go ahead and move up here. Pascal, you can help me out by moving up here. Cassia, you can go ahead and just move into cover so that you can start, and then Fury, same thing, move into cover so that you guys can start picking off the enemies. Okay, well, might want to have him. Okay, Adiri, let's give forewarning to who would be benefit from it. He's outside the range, so he can't use it anyway. Argenta might Pascal, actually. He's going to be right up here when a bunch of Americans start clustering around him, so. And then I would like to kill this guy off so that Argenta can move. I just don't know if we'll be able to. It's 16 to 21. 16 to 21, so there's no difference between those two. they're both 95% chance. So yeah, if we do, suppose let's see here. So let's go ahead and do this. Does this? This does not increase damage.
What of course.
That. And then.
Will do.
Still didn't kill him. Thank you.
Death to non-believers!
Okay.
I bring ruin.
Shot at. They didn't damage them. They
I serve the ruinous powers!
okay.
Vengeance will be swift.
Good. They're hurting themselves more than they.
Fails me.
She didn't even take any damage from that. Okay, so Argenta, if you can, I need you to move. Unfortunately, you can't move far enough to actually get range. Well, let's see here. What we got? Plasma, Arborcharge, we got plasma damage. This would definitely kill him off, but I think we kind of overkill. However, I need you to move, so we're going to have you. We do this now.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
So she can move here. We'll still take. I mean, I don't know why it has her running all the way around. Oh, because to move within range of him is. Oh, that's kind of annoying. And of course, the other question is, can she even shoot through this? Will moving over here even allow her to actually be able to see? What's the range of this gun? 8? So if she was to move here, she might be able to do an overcharge.
in
She's
battle!
gonna take a little bit of damage, that's fine. And then, there we go. Plasma pistols aren't paying dividends already.
Doubt is for the weak. The impure cannot
I am,
escape
son.
their fate.
Damn, Sean. And she still gets an extra turn, so we can start picking off some people here. Let's go ahead and pick you off.
As the Emperor commands.
And that's pretty much it for her, huh? Oh, you know what? I probably should have done the concentrated fire. Oh well, too late now. Go ahead and
do it.
reload your gun. Yeah, plasma pistol going. Ouch.
Chaos guides me!
Okay, so
Ah!
Harry.
Chaos guides me!
Okay, shooted him all the way across the way there. Interesting. Okay, so can I? Yes, please. Because I want to get over basically like right here. Okay, and then. I wonder if I don't want to give Argento some more actions. This would still allow me to do it on the second shot, so no real point in
Isn't
not.
this a job for the serfs?
Alright, and then we can do, so this is a 2-shot, so we don't want to do that anymore. Trench, Revel in the Slaughter. So she's winded. not run a gun. Okay, so immediately remove the winded effect until the end of combat. The soldier gains the following bonuses. 10 ability becomes available after soldier kills 3 enemies, which we did. Kill counter is not reset between rounds. Yeah, that's
Faith without deeds
that.
is worthless.
And then, let's see, that requires 2. I mean, if I'm going to use something, I might as well just continue to use the plasma gun. I can finish off this guy, although that's a 21. This is a 95, this is a 38. Okay, we'll go with the 95. Oh, and you still missed it. 95% chance to miss. Alright, well, sadly. Because we could have finished him off with this. Is there anything? 60, 95, 86. Yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, so that at least did something. So he can now run around and pop him. Oh, we have some more people back.
I'll brush this off.
Alright, so... okay, well, first off, okay, he's got a melee.
Everyone,
so we're gonna move around here, and hopefully we can still charge after this. Hopefully we can charge this guy.
Not sanctioned to do this.
Okay.
Let's see to it.
While we're at it. It's a damn shame. It's too bad that you can't be like, yeah, here and ah. Man, that's pretty much the actions. Alright, so, but it does lock down that tech boost, so they can't move. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, if I move up here, I should be able to jump here. Give me strikes on everything there.
Don't let your guard down.
Also, my force weapon should now be doing
I'll make it happen.
a whole lot more.
Your end was inevitable.
Like that. Okay, and then we'll do a blade dance.
Consider this a taste. Another enemy down.
Okay, tech priest and that are dead. We revel in the slaughter. We can do another one to hit this guy and get ourselves in cover. We still have 2, so that was actually not bad. Death Waltz, on the other hand, might allow us to start jumping around to these guys. No, I'll hold off on the Death Waltz. There we go. And then we can still do an Ignite. And possibly kill this guy. Possibly kill... Any one of these guys that we hit with this is going to burn. Actually, I think I'm more partial to making this guy burn.
I'll see to it personally.
There we go. So he'll start burning over as he makes his way over here. And yeah, that's pretty good there. Okay, he's running away. Trying to blast Pascal. Pascal can move up and probably have him do Brutal Strike, which should hit both of these enemies. Although he can also do this, which only has a 46 on him, 70% chance on him. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move up here. We are going to do this. give us
The Messiah knows all. Comprehends all.
and then we are going to do our brutal strike, which yes, will hit both of them and should knock them kill them.
Running binary.
Very nice. Then he does have an exposed weakness. These guys even have. Removes all exploits from the target. Do these guys even have exploits? Is that what that 4 is there? Yes, that is what that 4 is. This one also has 2 exploits. I think he's actually the one that's better to have the exposed weakness on. Alright, then moving along. That electrode, ow, that heal did 0 damage, and 0 damage again. And Jesus, thing's bumping around. Okay, he'd hurt a little. That was a whiff. Okay, and then, alright, so Idiri's turn. I think we want to move up so that we can get rounds. Oh, rounds in. Ah? Ooh, ah? Ooh. We only have 2 rounds to kill everything? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, well, first off, this gives us line of fire. Might have been doing more if I didn't realize that. Okay, forewarning, we'll go ahead and slap it on myself. And then snipe this
On
guy.
it. Be gone.
Okay. On the other hand, maybe killing these electro priests helps with that. That's entirely possible. Okay, Argenta. 38% chance, 21% chance. She needs to move up. Let's move her here.
I will bathe this battlefield in
I would
righteous fury.
like to knock him out, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, she just took a crap ton of self-damage. Ow.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
That hurt. Let's do a voice. Actually, let's do move on her so that she can get into some cover.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Okay, so you're gonna move into cover, please.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Okay, and then voice of command on him. Does he already have voice of command? No.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, and then let's have her do focus fire on this guy.
If I
Hopefully
may.
she'll kill him. She did not. That is unfortunate. Okay, that's a whiff. He's gonna probably shoot it. No, Argenta. Okay, you good sir, I need you to kill this priest and this electro
I won't
priest.
object to it. Be gone.
Thank you. I need you to charge at this guy. Ah, so killing them does give us
Your reckoning
increased.
is due.
And then you are going to heal Sister Argenta for us.
Naturally.
Blood freezes in your veins. That doesn't sound like a very good thing. Okay, so then we need to focus on getting this guy next. Alright, so I need to move up and then basically jump the last 3 to get to this guy is what I think I'm going to do. Jump to here, essentially, and that should actually, that might kill him off. We'll find out. Probably won't from the look of it, though.
On it.
Jump.
You never stood a
Oh,
chance.
it totally just killed him off. Okay, excellent. So that's helping us out. Okay, somebody needs some ignition. That somebody is unfortunately not you. We can't reach you. What do we got here? Unfortunately, we can't reach. No, okay. Our knight has more range. This guy in cover, I definitely think. Oh, interesting. So, having this in hand actually increases the damage of my fire. Or not. Wait. Huh. Yes, it definitely does. Okay.
It's as good as done. Another enemy down.
There you go. That's bad. Okay. So we can't go any further. Okay, Pascal, you're gonna be needing to move up and use your arc gun on this
As the
guy.
tactical imperative dictates.
And hopefully kill him off. Excellent job. Oh, he also hit the other one in the back too. Wait, no it didn't. I don't know what it hit. Okay. Can't see anything, can you? Okay, no. Okay. Ow.
The road take you.
Okay, unfortunately she can't see and they need help over here. So she's gonna go ahead and head this
There
direction.
is movement in the Empyrean.
And there's not really much else she can do, so... Alright, Sister Argenta, you will move up and to here.
Guided by faith.
And I guess we're just going to do a basic attack.
I'll do it.
Okay, very nice. Excellent. We should give her the buff. Let's see, so then... For the rest of her turn, go ahead and entrench yourself.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You can go ahead and move up to here. What would your 86% chance? That's actually pretty good, so we'll go ahead with that. Also might want to take a poke at some of these, although these are just menials. We care more about the Electro Priests. Oh shoot, I just pressed space and they just turned into a daemon. Lovely. Okay, can you... not reach, but if you move to here, you should be able to reach him there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have you move here and then charge from there. That should give us the extra damage. I really hate that I sometimes accidentally press space. Why can I not reach you? Can't reach you. Okay, so I guess we move here and then... There we go, that's what we're gonna do.
Get
This
me a
should kill
target.
him.
Be gone.
There we go. Alright, so that's another Electro Priest down. And I think we need to do some self-healing because that's a big angry demon. Okay, yeah. Going triggers of warp. Alright, then... How do we get further closer? Yeah, we're starting to really warpify this space. Probably want to hold off on using any more warp powers. And there's not really, unfortunately, much I can do on this turn with my characters, so we should be able to get them like up to here and then jump between these two to slash, and then do a blade dance on the next turn. On the other hand, we could do that now. But I think they're going to need the heroic act over here now that I'm looking at it. Haskell, you move here. You do have line of fire on this guy. If you move here, you have line of fire. Yeah, it looks like you have a better line of fire from here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh wait, no, it says you can't. Oh no, it's the priests that you have line of sight on. Only a 28% chance. If you move here, you have line of sight on this guy. It's a 70% chance. I'll go with that. There we go. Did some of it back to him or not? Interesting, did not. Can you not see him? No, you can see him, so let's go ahead and click another exploit on him. And then let's go ahead and inflict some. Okay, then. Ow. Okay, a bunch of whiffing. Scanner, more whiffing. Alright, Deary, if you would continue. You move here. What can you see? You can see this cultist, so let's actually go ahead and have you. Although, if you move here, what can you see? You can see the demon and this guy. So, let's go ahead and do that. 49% chance, 95% chance. We'll do the 95 just to start taking pokes at the demon. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Sister, let's have you move up. And then 34% chance against that guy. I'm a little worried with doing this, because it's an overcharge, so there's a chance you can hurt yourself doing it. On the other hand, if we do this, 110% with a 22 for dodge reduction. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so killed one, damaged the other. She didn't take any self-damage, so that's excellent. Probably gonna end up using his heroic on the demon, because it's got a lot of HP. Yeah. Okay, Cassia, you can go ahead and move up, and definitely need to make sure we actually shoot this time. So go ahead and do that. Okay, and then voice of command. I'm pretty sure all these guys have. Oh no, she doesn't. Right, because I was going to put it on her last time, but.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, Move. Well, the demon's going to be moving next, so I don't necessarily want to be closer to it anyway. Let it run its ass around first. There we go. And then we can do him. Okay, so Daring Breach. The warrior immediately restores all AP and MP, and gains 4 MP until the end of the turn. You do not lose MP after performing an attack. The warrior has no limit on melee attacks. So what I want to do is basically burn through all of my
MP first, my AP first. So let's go ahead and do that.
I won't object to it.
Okay, so that was 20 damage. Then we'll do a brutal strike.
But of course, Lord Captain.
19 damage there. Then we're going
Someone's
to
death
rogue
wish
act.
is mine to grant.
And basically just start doing strike after strike. Oh, I should have done a brutal slash. Although it wouldn't have really mattered either way. Okay, so anyway. We're not doing any of that, so just...
For the throne, the Inquisition sends their regards. I'm done with this one.
There we go, excellent. And then he can move up to here and even perform 2 more strikes against the Electro Priest. Yes, that is what we will do.
Let's see to it.
And probably kill him by the look of it.
Naturally.
Hi.
Be gone.
Bang. Okay. Yeah. That's great. Alright, so then I myself shall move up to here and do a blade dance. And yeah, I think just blade dance.
You should have thought twice
That
before
should
crossing me.
hurt him
Your
or not
end
kill
was
him outright.
inevitable.
Excellent. And then we just need to finish off the last enemy, which I think is just this guy. So, fortunately, we can't reach him with the 2 characters that are whose next turn it is. But we will start making our way around with them, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Can you see? You can see him from here. Okay. So then we can possibly hit him with our arc gun. It's only 35% chance, but... Okay, enough! Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the blood-stained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hand. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. Did she just electrocute herself? A blinding voltaic arc sparks forth from the broken control panel and strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Metal heats up, smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultists collapse. The light is gone. What was it? The light is gone? Was that it? The final dawn? But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You will pay for this. You will. The woman's body goes limp and collapses. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud, confirming purgation and termination. Henrik grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. Motley hues have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread and the noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I've seen this many times before. No one can escape fear itself. Henrik approaches Aurora's body and leans over it. A minute, please, Ravana. I need no more than a minute. Xenos. Inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora. The cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and towards the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with strange adornment resembling an eye covered by scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint as Kunrad's weapon during the mutiny at your void ship. This is no human-made weapon. It is grown from Wrathbone, a material favored by the Aldari. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together and individual words are distorted as Henrik's, let's see, they are blend together and individual words are distorted as though they are mocking your attempts to grasp their meaning. The nagging whispers and the burning red scratch of an unholy claw across upon your mind. No, we're not. We are not taking the mystery sword. Take a look over here. Is this any chance what you're looking for? Toss the shards into the depths of the reactor. As you touch the handguard, the otherworldly cold enveloped your hand only for a mere instant, as in the very next second you send the corrupted weapon flying into the shining abyss. The terrible wail of several deafening voices pierces your mind for a moment, only to turn into a deafening shriek and break off as a clap of electricity is heard below, somewhere beneath your feet. What was that? Did you think it was a good idea of throwing something into your reactor? I'd refrain from experiments if I were you. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from your requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have other business in this system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove Aurora's mask. The iron helmet is firmly attached to their heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask, but often, after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if for a moment you saw something move. Let's finish cleansing the monastery, Pascal. Executing, let the Omnicide given mode of force flow, and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. Yeah, I'm not taking a Xenos Daemon corrupted sword. Okay, so this is the miraculous fusion reactor. Okay. Alright, so we need to loot. Nothing on the Electro Priests, huh?
I always have a backup plan.
Nothing on the Daemon, which no surprise there. Keep on looting. Okay, around to this one. Next. Oh, over here, all these. I wish it would just, like, do the entire level kind of thing. Alright, then.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, was there anything? Oh, there's apparently something up here. Ah, Aurora herself. Blasphemous Prism, a glass prism crafted by the occultists of the Final Dawn. It belongs to their leader, Aurora. If you look through it long enough, your vision begins to deceive your mind, showing what could be instead of what is. And the Avenger Gloves. All attacks of opportunity deal an additional agility bonus damage. That's not terrible.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Okay, okay, we are going to leave.
I always keep my options open.
And go up. So that the Electro Priest said the situation has been contained. The hallowed electrodynamic summit greets its savior. Oh, okay, is that it? Oh, well, we're gonna take those goods. Excuse me. Okay, so then Jay. Gleam of Falcon Guard's shuttle is ready to transport the Lord Captain to the Void Ship.
Rise to the top,
what
or get
about the
left in the
governor?
dust.
Okay, we'll go outside. Okay. Well, who is it? The president? No, it's the governor. Undercover Blues. I should watch that movie tonight. That was a good movie. Hilarious. My name is Muerte. Well, how you doing, Morty? All right.
Rogue Trader.
Rogue Trader. Oh.
I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic Cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my personal investigation has hit a dead end. I think I will have to call upon outside resources to continue the search.
I have something to confess. I discovered some kind of chaos artifact in the Cenobum's cogitator. Deemed it necessary to dispose of it.
All right. All right. At the very least, the object of corruption, if that is indeed what it was, has been destroyed. This is a satisfactory outcome.
Yeah, I'm not going to hide anything from the Inquisition. That's just asking for trouble.
There is one more thing. The Lord Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process Xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly well.
Thank you, Inquisition. Generosity is greatly appreciated.
May the Elucidator serve House von Valancius as faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos up to now.
Perception test cuts you a glance, one which you suddenly realize is charged with strange, almost personal interest before deferentially averting his gaze. Okay.
Apologies in advance if I unknowingly violate the protocol for conversing with someone of your elevated status. I think a slip in composure is to be expected when one is hosted personally in the Lord Captain's study.
Conversing you is no less disconcerting for me, Master Van Calax.
After serving in the Holy Ordos all these years, I'm used to people being wary of me.
Let's see. You listeners, maybe I'm not nervous by chest, but you personally, one cannot blame the Imperium citizens for fearing the Inquisition.
Such a fear sometimes indicates that a person has something to hide. Lack of guilt proves nothing. Even thoughts can be dangerous heresy.
What do you think will become of the Electrodynamic?
It all depends on the electro-priests who survived the attack. Fortunately for them, the cultists did not manage to seriously corrupt the holy site, partly thanks to the priesthood's efforts. Nevertheless, I would not be surprised if the local explorator fleet decides to audit and purge the damaged units once it hears about what has happened.
What do you plan to do next?
I would like to offer my assistance in resolving your immediate problems. I am aware that the ship suffered considerable losses during the recent mutiny and was damaged by the cultists' actions, and you have lost many valuable officers as well. You are in a difficult situation. I am at your disposal.
Okay, I must return to my... Harold's about to say something as I interrupt the... Oh, someone's trying to contact me.
Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
Congratulations on the victory, your ladyship. The entire vessel was impatiently awaiting the news of the expedition's success. Word was about you not simply saving the Tech Priest Monastery, but actually eliminating the source of mutiny, spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. Governor Medina is expecting you at his command center to discuss matters. We are ready to depart immediately. Just give the order. Alright, so what do we got here? Light glinting out the polished skull of some unknown Xenos. Right. What is this? Oh, right. I forgot that was there. Taking it with the clock is too quiet for the book says. I don't think there's anything in there. Also, we do need to look through our inventory. We picked up a bunch of stuff that we can just shove into our cargo. Anything else? This thing. Not even sure what to do with it. 100% of heroic trophies. Or heretic trophies, yeah. We'll go ahead and shove it into there then. What is this? Link. Oh, okay. That's literally a thing that just pops up and wants you to link your account. Got it. I don't think there's really anything else to do. To the Void Ship Bridge. Okay, before I go down there, I was supposed to do something about my personal request was taken care of. New blood, which should be remedied soon. Defective servitors should be discussed with High Factome Janris. Okay, let's find High Factome Janris. Vox, Enric, Master Helmsman, Cronus Expanse, High Factome Janris. There he is. He should be over here somewhere. Ah, there we go. High Factome Janris. Greetings, your ladyship. Janris Danrock at your service. Vigis informed me we're having problems with servitors. What happened? You see, your ladyship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning as of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no means of purpose. Janris nervously pulls on his luxurious frock coat as if had it been a routine technical, I might have decided the fate of those servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I did not wish to hide such regulars from Lord Captain. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. The majority of defective units have been delivered to one of the steward compartments, pending your decision. Pascal Hellman expresses the desire to be present during the inspection should it be carried out. I suppose the expertise of the esteemed mages may come in handy. Sounds good. Yes, Pascal will come with me. Okay, so when her ladyship arrived at the scene, she found the servitors in the same position they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all standing in a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment her ladyship crossed the threshold of the bay gates, their bodies jerked into motion. All as one, as if to obeying a command, the servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. Technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units each of them reached for their weapons, but then the servitors went still just as abruptly, staring at her ladyship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath, stirred by this sight. We waited the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship took several steps towards the servitors, gestured for the engine seer, study, demand a report from the on the defective units technomats, ordered one of the servers to be disassembled, turned to announce her decision. Gesture for her engine seer prime to study the servitors. The engine seer prime slowly waded into the motionless ranks of the servitors, peering into their faces and checking the readings. There was no haste in Pascal's actions. With measured diligence, he inspected every single unit in his path. Binarch prayers that were accompanying his companions in this investigation. The examination from the technomats of the servitor souls, or rather the souls of the people they once were had awakened. Not yet fully conscious of their past and presence, these half-machines would nonetheless feel primitive emotions and sensations such as fear and pain. As an undesirable consequence of shallowly performed lobotomy is most rarely observed, and yet for some unknown reason has occurred in every single one of the servers gathered in the bay. Take several steps towards them. Immediately, the servers, each and every one of them, stepped toward the Lord Captain in perfect unison and mimicked her movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in place and, after a moment's thought, waved her hand, and the servitors, just as synchronously, repeated the gesture as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the Technomans, so did the servitors as just mocking her. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it an incline of the head, wave of the hand, or step inside, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distressed bafflement for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from the rogue trader approached with confidence. The Lord Captain examined the servitors, stepped away from the servitors, examined the servitors. As 5 factotum, it was I who prompted the entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noted a fascinating irregularity. The servitor pupils, anomalous still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars, inscribing with past offenses. It was as if the mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. Visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitor bodies after a long summer deep within their autonomous brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feelings, and understanding. After a pause, the technomats added the servitors used to function properly, and that no one had been able to explain the changes in their behavior. Her gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half machines and half people. The Lord Captain stepped away from the servitors. Demand the reports of the defective unit's status from the long-winded detailed report has been summarized in a single key point. Despite the servitors' abnormal behavior, they were still quite capable of carrying out tasks, and therefore circumstances did not call for termination. I don't want to take one apart here and reawaken. Turn to announce my decision. Dispose of the servitors so the human souls may be released from torment. Dogmatic to send the servitors back to toil. Destroy the servitors for what happened could be a spell her. Leave the servitors to their work, for here there was nothing in their behavior. I kind of classed. Lord Captain's command was executed post haste. All defective were incinerated in furnaces. The remains were expelled in the void. The crew was provided with replacement servitors and soon forgot all about the destroyed unit occurred. Yet this incident haunts my memories to this day. With the fate of the defective servitors decided, nothing could distract the Lord Captain from her mission. Okay. So that takes care of that. And then we'll go back down to, real quick, we're gonna hit up the Thunder Fang. Let's see, so we only have 14 profit. We could get the fire grenades and the pneumo boots. Using charge ability costs 1 less AP. That would actually not be terrible to grab right now. I might as well grab this. Would cost me 2,000, but on the other hand, I do have quite a lot. If we were to go this and then sort by name, we have quite a lot here. We also have heretical stuff. That would give us 500 off right there. Heretic trophies is the 500. We actually have 2 of that, so that would be 1,000 right there. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I think just continue with the armor kits. And wait, no, we don't even need that much. We just need to, yeah, there we go. We'll have to do one more. Yeah. Trade. Okay, then we'll go ahead and get the pneumo boots. We'll take the fire grenades, and then we'll come back once we've got some more of this. two-handed greatsword we can always give to our psyker friend there. Our Inquisitor psyker friend. Alright, so let's go back to Rykad Minoris. We'll talk to the governor. And that will probably be it for today. Yeah, I'm partial to take who we got so far. But let's also make sure we give you the boots that we just got. What do we got? Warmonger. Whenever the wearer kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack, the attack does not spend all the wearer's MP. I think you actually could benefit from that since you've got a few AoE attacks, especially with this arc rifle being able to hit multiple enemies. And his Omnisci axe as well. Alright, solitary young tech priest is offering ceaseless prayers to the machine spirits of the command center. Okay, let's go ahead and save our game.
Keep your wits about you.
Hello, Governor. Greetings again, your ladyship. Master Van Calix, it pleases me to see you in good health. I hope that you accomplished what you intended at the electrodynamic syndrome. Interrogator nods without a word. After an accompanied long pause, Medina clears his throat and quickly turns to you. Can't express how... Oh, profit factor just went up by 5. Holy crap, that should put us... We were at 14, so that puts us at 19. Okay, well, dang. I can't express how grateful I am for your help now that the insidious heretics' designs have been thwarted. Nothing stands in the way of our plans or yours. With Aurora dead, the spirit of the revolt is waning. Entire squads of rebels are surrendering. We are witnessing the final days of the uprising. I have already signed the order to allocate 2,000 first-class voidfarers to you. Their transfer to your ship should begin any minute now. I would also like to salute the savior of Rykad Minoris, and have already given the order for a celebration to be held in your honor. We will mark your victory with an ancient custom, the Triumph. You will drive through the city's streets, accompanied by a guard of honor, as befits a heroine who has vanquished the Imperium's enemies. While your trophies will be displayed to the jubilant crowds, let me know once you have concluded your business in the system and are ready for the Triumph to begin. Idolic shrieks and blindingly reaches for the air in front of her. She rubs her eyes nervously. For God's sake, what? The Lord Captain, I can't see a thing. Only darkness, pitch black darkness. Are you being facetious, ma'am? Dearie, are you wounded? No, I'm quite all right. There's darkness in my mind, but I have gone blind. No, it is darkness that I see. It's the only thing I see. No idea what that means, but the whole thing reeks. Lord Captain, I don't like. Oh, she stares at her hands as if she had never seen them. He's gone. You've no doubt been through a lot, ma'am. Please, small wonder your vision had a dim spell with all this shooting everywhere, let alone all these maimed and maddened insurgents. It will be all right. Festus will distract you, and you'll feel right as rain again. I have other business in the system. So, first off, we need to go to the other side. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and
I always have a backup plan.
Void ship. Why do I have a feeling? I mean, thanks to her thing, obviously something's going to happen during this triumphant. Let's go to the Thunderfang and grab all the rest of the loot, because holy crap, that's good. So, we still don't have 20. We're 1 short, huh? When the wearer targets an ally with Bring It Down ability for the first time in combat, the ally gains 1 additional action point. Yeah, it's not all that useful anyway. Yes, and yes, and yes. Thank you. Is there a particular reason to go? Considering it's only would take me 150, I'm actually going to go ahead and do that, just to see what the heck is going on with that. Sort by armor kits, because 150 is all we need. Name. So yeah, let's just go ahead and toss in an armor kit. Trade. But maybe later on I'll get some more, essentially. I'll find other fellowships of the void to trade with. Okay, real quick though, we did just get ourselves some decent gear. Question becomes, is the silent verdict better? I'm thinking it is actually better. Although, yeah, no, it's just superior basically, which is kind of sad. Info. -8 to target's parry, +2 to the critical chances. Death Cult weapon gains the following. And then this one is just parry, +10 to its parry, and -10 to weapon skill when hit. So yeah, now unfortunately the silent verdict is still superior. So we can just go ahead and add you to the cargo, I think, because I don't think anybody else is going to come along that I'm going to be handing out that to. Oh, all these swords. Add all that to cargo. And then we got this helmet. When the wearer kills an enemy in a 1-cell radius with a shot, they gain +1 resolve. I don't think there's anybody I would give that to because all my ranged people. Actually, I suppose I could give it to him, although his thing makes him immune to critical hits for the first 3 rounds. So that's attacks of opportunity, gain agility bonus. I'm pretty sure everybody's got gloves. Oh, you don't have any gloves. But for an attack of opportunity, I'm pretty sure you have to use a melee weapon to gain attack of opportunity. Character wielding a melee weapon, yeah. So if you want an attack of opportunity, it has to be a melee weapon. But it just so happens he actually doesn't have any gloves. I did not realize that. This is very nice for any warrior. This is kind of pointless because, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody else is wearing helmets of some sort. So, yeah, no, I think we're all good there. My psychic staff can probably go into cargo since I've got an upgrade for it now. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to this place, scan it. Ah. Erected by Majoris. Here, let's go ahead and save our game. Okay, Augur notices a large object outside the lifeless rocks covering the planet, a void ship whose signature and origin are impossible to identify from orbit. It's resting on the edge of a deep ravine. The hull of the unidentified vessel is severely damaged. Rocks around it scattered by the force of the gigantic ship's crash landing. Augurs haven't detected any vital signs aboard or near the vessel. Okay, so Pascal, if you would please tell us what this is. Landing party reports via Vox as soon as they touch down. The colossal void ship before them is covered with spikes. It resembles a morbid beast sculpted from darkness itself, menacingly hanging over the ravine. An experienced veteran accurately determines the origin of the unholy vessel. It belongs to the Xena race called Drakari. Ready to collapse at any moment, the void ship emits a long, woeful shriek as if promising to drag along into the abyss below anyone who dares disturb the summer. Abelard suggests finding out what Xenos are doing in the Ryketh system, taking heed of Seneschal's recommendations, offers to send more people to the planet. Anxious, Adiri tells the Lord Captain that voices in her head are screaming, repeating the words Harbinger, Darkness, and Death. Not wanting to tempt destiny, the Rogue Trader decides to recall people from the vessel. Argenta eagerly says that the only good Xenos is a dead one. A true servant of the Emperor shouldn't soil their hands with Xenos technology. Rogue Trader orders that more people be sent to the Xenos ship to collect any valuable findings. Being the God Emperor's chosen, Rogue Trader won't go digging around Xenos trash. Artifacts of the enemy of humanity should be wiped from the Cronus. I mean, if she's saying Harbinger, Darkness, Death, I'm assuming sending more people down there is going to die. But this is a good time to study Xenos technology to know how to defeat them. You know, we do have a guy who's of the Order of Xenos here. Maybe he wants some trinkets. Okay, a monstrous contraption designed to mince, rip apart, and incinerate victims took the soldiers by surprise, but were neutralized before the squad suffered significant losses. The soldiers found several curious pieces of nanotech on the Sinister Void ship, but no data could be shed on light as why it came to it. Assortment of Drukhari barbed needles, Xenode artifacts, Drukhari shatter shards, the Venom Blade requires Drukhari weapon efficiency. One-handed melee weapon. Inflicts toxin, although I already do that, so that's kind of eh. The blast pistol. Drukhari weapon proficiency. Damage and dodge reduction. A 60 armor penetration. Holy crap. That's actually really good. And a monofilament grenades. That would be a deadly thing. So yeah, I'll end our... Okay, okay, we will leave. So we still have Rycat and Minora as points of interest. Let's go ahead and save our game again. Okay, oh, and we need to level everybody up. I thought I painted a blueberry in the Smurf color. Alright, so ranking, archetype. We want to gain weapon skill. And what? Bouncing on the edge. Blade Dancer can use a desperate measure. Blessed Scar. Whenever the Blade Dancer is healed for the first time, they are healed for additional toughness. Blood Rush. While the Blade Dancer uses an ability that costs wounds, gain +3 in turn. Whenever the Blade Dancer kills an enemy, the Blade Dancer resolve. We did pick up Swift for my character, didn't we? Yes, we did. Swift movements. Well, I could pick up the Drukhari weapon technology, except for the fact that I have feature Lord Xenos. Must not have. I have to feature Lore Xenos or base skill Lore Xenos. So when did I pick that up? Well, that kind of sucks that I can't use that. Oh, and it also requires me to be level 22, so that kind of sucks. Enemy gains no superiority bonuses against this character. Dueling Mastery. Actually, wasn't there not a melee weapon specialist? There was a dual wield. Oh, I need melee weapon specialist for that. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll grab the melee weapon specialist then. Although, is there anything else I can pick up? I've already picked up the Blade of Light, so we're good there. Enforce Reality, usage of Heroic Act by the Psyker degrades the Veil by -3. Obscured Threat, while the Psyker is not in target's line, or the Psyker is in cover, all resistance says blah blah blah. Oh, I could get Sacra Majoris. I think that's actually more important than melee weapon specialist. Increases our Sacra, which increases the damage of our force weapons, and of course unlocks the stuff later down the line. Every time an enemy suffers damage from the Sacra, the enemy's armor is reduced by -5. If the enemy's armor is already 0, the reflection is reduced. Burning Blood. When the Sacra uses a psychic power, all enemies adjacent to the Sacra suffer 8 direct damage. Body of Flames. Sacra gains 24 additional armor against fire attacks, and half of the amount against energy attacks from las, melta, and plasma weapons. Later on, that might be useful. And the Sacra is burning the Sacra Siri and increases. Nope. Sacra Majoris it is. Okay, Sister Argenta, you are gaining. What? Better to die for the Emperor, doing my part. No character in the current party has the same archetype as this character. Their first archetype ability uses 1 less AP. Litany of Hatred. Shield of Faith. Emperor protects. Bolt weapons. Combat Master. Enemies gain no melee superior bonus against this character. Dual combat. I would allow her to use dual pistols. Dueling Mastery, Flame Weapon Expert, Heavy Weapon Expert. I actually probably should focus on getting her like the Heavy Weapon, the Plasma Weapon, all this stuff, since she's going to be my gunner. So yeah, we're going to go with Heavy Weapon Proficiency. And then Awareness, Athletics, Medicaid, Imperium. Go with Awareness on her. Okay, and then you gain Toughness, Agility, Strength. I'll go with Toughness. And then Edge of Dawn, enemies adjacent. These are both very good ones. Can he do Drukari? Although he can do Sacra Majoris, which is probably what I'll end up giving him. But I wonder if he can do Drukari. Drukari. He can, he just needs to be level 22. Okay, so if we get him to level 22, we can give him both the sword and the pistol. But in the meantime, Sacra Majoris it is. Okay, and then you are maxed out on weapon skill and intelligence. Perception describes how, let's see, characters with high perception can pick out a stray bullet. It also affects awareness skill and reduces enemies' dodge chance against the character's attacks. Ballistic skill. We'll go ahead and give him ballistic skill since he does. Since he literally has a weapon, both weapons. One can even be a rifle. Manipulator push, Macadendrites. I wonder if he can also use Drakara weapons. Yeah, he can. Just again has to be level 22. Melee weapon. Not Melto. Melee. Where's melee? Specialist might be useful for him. But what else do we have for him? So we got Scanner Mechadendrites, which increases his perception by 10. Addiction protocols, passive gains 20% to dodge reduction, parry reduction with melee weapons. The enemy dodges or parries his attack, the bonus is doubled for the next one. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna go with that because that means that he can hit enemies that much easier. Okay, and then everybody's favorite navigator. I think increasing her willpower would actually not be a bad thing. And then what else do we got? Kind of partially getting that last weapon expert. Enemies suffer a minus 20 penalty to dodge against last weapon attacks. Making her that much more accurate at long range. Okay, and then our... Let's see, what do we got? Perception, weapon skill, we'll go with the perception. And then, what else we got? Mind Thief. The Psyker kills an enemy with the psychic power, dealing more damage than the target's wounds. Visions do's. Enemy become target of Psyker's psychic powers, gain a stacking -5 penalty to their dodge and parry until the end of combat. Warp Mines. For every 6 years, yada yada yada. Mental Breach. Enemies have taken damage from the Psyker at least once, suffer a -20 penalty to all resistance tests. Enemies that have failed, yeah. Ready to serve. Guidance, the first time in combat, Psyker's second power, this ally becomes the target. Let's say the first time in combat that an ally becomes the target of the Psyker's psychic powers, this ally gains +10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of combat. That's actually pretty good, since I ever using forewarning on people. Okay, and then basically the next level is just a special ability, and then after that we'll be picking. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save our game here. Save. You all have a good day, good evening, good night, and I will see you all tomorrow, which is Friday the 31st. Thank you all for coming.